Next point is our elimination reaction, point number 10.6.5. In this elimination reaction, we see the reaction that is dehydrohalogenation. First, we have to see what is the definition of elimination reaction. The reaction in which two atoms or groups are removed from adjacent carbon atoms in a molecule to form an unsaturated compound is called elimination reaction. The example of elimination reaction in halogen derivatives, that is dehydrohalogenation reaction. When alkyl halides, that is having at least one beta hydrogen, when boiled with alcoholic solution of KOH or NaOH, it undergoes elimination reaction to form an alkenes, and that alkenes are the unsaturated compound. This reaction is also called beta elimination or 1,2 elimination reaction, as it involves elimination of halogen atom and a beta hydrogen atom. This is the general reaction, that is alkyl halide. This carbon is called alpha carbon because this carbon is attached to our functional group, that is halogen atom, and next to this carbon is called beta carbon, and this hydrogen is called beta hydrogen. When this alkyl halide boiled with alcoholic OH solution, then hydrogen and halogen, they are removed from this alkyl halide, and there is a formation of double bond between carbon and carbon, and that product is called unsaturated compound, that is alkene. And there are formation of two byproducts, one is KX and other is water molecule. As hydrogen atom and halogen atom is removed in this reaction, hence it is called dehydrohalogenation reaction. For example, when ethyl bromide boiled with alcoholic KOH solution, it gives ethylene. IUPAC name is ethene. CH3CH2Br plus KOH alcoholic, boiled that reaction, it gives the product, that is CH2 double bond CH2. Here hydrogen is removed from this carbon and Br is removed from this carbon atom. Therefore, two byproducts are formed, KBr and H2O. This product is called ethylene. IUPAC name is ethyl. Second example is when isopropyl chloride boiled with alcoholic KOH solution, it gives propylene. This is example of secondary alkyl halide, CH3 CHCl CH3. This carbon, both carbons are beta carbons, and hydrogen attached to that beta carbons, they are called beta hydrogen. Therefore, hydrogen atom from this carbon or this carbon is removed. This isopropyl chloride, when boiled with alcoholic KOH solution, it gives propylene, that is CH3 single bond CH double bond CH2, means from this carbon Cl is removed and from this carbon hydrogen is removed. Byproducts are KCl plus H2O. Third example is tertiary butyl alcohol, that is the example of tertiary alkyl halide. When tertiary butyl bromide is boiled with alcoholic KOH solution, it gives isobutylene. This is the structure of tertiary butyl bromide, CH3 3 times CBr. When boiled with KOH, it gives isobutylene, that is CH3 single bond C CH3 double bond CH2 plus KBr plus H2O. If there are two or more non-equivalent beta hydrogen atoms in a halide, then this reaction gives a mixture of products. For example, secondary butyl bromide, that is 2-bromobutane, on heating with alcoholic KOH solution gives a mixture of but 1-ene and but 2-ene. That is, there is a formation of two products, that is mixture of two products, but 1-ene and but 2-ene. This carbon is called alpha carbon. This carbon is beta and this carbon is also beta. Here this carbon is called beta 1 and this carbon is called beta 2. Then there is formation of two products, two alkenes, but 1-ene and but 2-ene. Here 2 molecules of 2-bromobutane is given, 2 molecules of KOH, but 1-ene, but 2-ene plus 2 byproducts, 2KBr plus 2H2O. But in these two products or in these two alkenes, which product is main product is identified by using one rule. That rule is called Sedgwick's rule. The products of elimination reaction do not form in equal proportion. These two products, one but 1-ene and but 2-ene, are not formed in the equal proportion. After studying a number of elimination reactions, Russian chemist, that is Sedgwick, formulated one rule. By using this rule, we can identify the major product, that is which product, which alkene is a major product. The statement of Sedgwick's rule is like this: in a dehydrohalogenation reaction, the preferred product is that alkene which has greater number of alkyl groups attached to the doubly bonded carbon atoms. The preferred or main product is that alkene which has the greater number of alkyl groups attached to the doubly bonded carbon atoms. Hence, in above reaction, but 2-ene is the major product. The more highly substituted alkenes are the more stable alkenes. Hence, Sedgwick's elimination is preferred formation of more highly stabilized alkene during an elimination reaction. The stability of alkyl substituted alkene is like this: R2C double bond Cr2. It is more stable than the R2C double bond CHR. It is more stable than the product R2C double bond CH2. It is more stable alkene than RCH double bond CHR, and it is more stable alkene than the RCH double bond CH2. This is about the Sedgwick's rule, elimination reaction and their examples. The next reaction is reaction with active metals. The active metals like sodium, magnesium, cadmium readily combines with alkyl chlorides or alkyl bromides or alkyl iodides to form the compounds containing carbon metal bond. These compounds are known as organometallic compounds. ह्या रिॲक्शन विथ मेटल्समध्ये आपण पहिली रिॲक्शन घेणार आहोत, रिॲक्शन विथ मॅग्नेशियम मेटल. That is formation of Grignard's reagent. It is represented by formula RMgX. When alkyl halide is treated with magnesium metal in the presence of dry ether, acts as a solvent, it gives alkyl magnesium halide. That alkyl magnesium halide known as Grignard's reagent. They are represented by the general formula RMgX. General reaction is like this: when alkyl halide reacts with magnesium metal in the presence of dry ether, it gives RMgX, that is alkyl magnesium halide, called Grignard's reagent. The Grignard's reagent is an organometallic compound in which divalent magnesium, that is divalent magnesium, is directly linked to an alkyl group and a halogen atom. This divalent magnesium is linked to an alkyl group and halogen atom. For example, when methyl bromide reacts with magnesium metal in the presence of dry ether, it gives methyl magnesium bromide. That is CH3Br. Methyl bromide reacts with magnesium metal, it gives the methyl magnesium bromide. Second example, ethyl iodide when reacts with magnesium metal in the presence of dry ether, it gives ethyl magnesium iodide. Grignard reagents are highly reactive compounds. They react with water or compounds containing hydrogen atom attached to electronegative element. RMgX reacts with water in the presence of dry ether, it gives RH, that is hydrocarbon, plus byproduct is MgXOH. Then it again reacts with methyl alcohol, that is RMgX reacts with methyl alcohol, it gives RH, that is hydrocarbon. Byproduct is MgXOCH3. Here example is when methyl magnesium iodide reacts with water When methyl magnesium iodide when reacts with water in the presence of dry ether, it gives hydrocarbon, that is CH4, methane. Byproduct is MgIOH. Then third reaction is when methyl magnesium halide means Grignard's reagent reacts with ammonia, it gives again hydrocarbon, and byproduct is MgXNH2. Second reaction in a reaction with metals is reaction with sodium metal, that is called Wurtz reaction. When alkyl halides reacts with sodium metal in the presence of dry ether to form higher alkanes containing double the number of carbon atoms present in alkyl halides. This reaction is called Wurtz reaction. General reaction is like this. Two molecules of alkyl halide reacts with two sodium atoms in the presence of dry ether. It gives RR means alkane plus 2NaX. Example, when ethyl bromide reacts with sodium metal in the presence of dry ether, it gives butane. Two molecules of C2H5Br ethyl bromide reacts with sodium metal in the presence of dry ether, it gives C2H5 bond C2H5 means C4H10, that is butane, plus byproduct is 2NaBr. Second example is when methyl iodide reacts with sodium metal in the presence of dry ether, it gives ethane. CH3I, two molecules of CH3I plus two sodium atoms in the presence of dry ether, it gives ethane, that is C2H6. When a mixture of two different alkyl halides is treated with sodium metal in the presence of dry ether, it gives a mixture of three alkanes. Two alkanes are self-coupling products and one alkane formed by the cross-coupling reaction. Example is when two different alkyl halides, that is CH3Br and C2H5Br, reacts with sodium metal in the presence of dry ether, it gives three different products, three different mixture of alkanes, that is C2H6 ethane, C4H10 butane. These two products, they are formed by self-coupling reaction, that are the major products, and this propane, that is C3H8, is formed by the cross-coupling product by the combination of methyl group and ethyl group. This alkane is formed, that is called propane. This is the minor product, and two molecules of NaBr, that is the byproduct. Then next point is reaction of haloarenes. Reaction with metals, that is called Wurtz-Fittig reaction. When aryl halide is treated with alkyl halide and sodium metal in the presence of dry ether to give substituted aromatic compounds, that is alkyl benzene, the reaction is known as Wurtz-Fittig reaction. This reaction is an extension of Wurtz reaction and was carried out by Fittig. This reaction is alkylation of aryl halides. When aryl halides reacts with alkyl halide when aryl halide reacts with alkyl halide and sodium metal in the presence of dry ether, it gives substituted aromatic compound, that is alkyl benzene plus 2NaX. For example, when bromobenzene reacts with methyl bromide and sodium metal in the presence of dry ether, it gives methyl benzene, that is called toluene, plus two molecules of NaBr. In case of only aryl halides take part in the reaction, the product is biphenyl and the reaction is known as Fittig reaction. When only aryl halide when reacts with sodium metal, that is chlorobenzene when reacts with sodium metal in the presence of dry ether, two benzene rings, they are combined with each other, that is called biphenyl, and byproduct is two molecules of NaCl. The next reaction of haloarenes is nucleophilic substitution reactions of haloarene. Aryl halides are less reactive towards nucleophilic substitution reaction. Aryl halides, they do not undergo easily the nucleophilic substitution reaction. The low reactivity of aryl halides is due to the following reasons. Number one is resonance effect. In haloarenes, the lone pair of electrons on halogen atom are in conjugation with the pi electrons of the benzene ring. The delocalization of these electrons, CCl bond, acquires the partial double bond character, and these are the resonating structures of chlorobenzene. Chlorine having 3 lone pair of electrons, one lone pair is shifted between the carbon of benzene ring and Cl, and these pi electrons they are shifted towards this carbon. Therefore this carbon carries negative charge and chlorine acquires positive charge, and there is a formation of double bond between carbon and Cl. Second resonating structure is like this. These electrons they are shifted between these two carbons, and these pi electrons shifted toward this carbon. Therefore this carbon carries negative charge. Here this carbon, the carbon carbon carries double bond character, and here positive charge is as it is. This is the third resonating structure. Then this negative charge transferred towards between these two carbon, pi electrons transferred towards this carbon. Therefore this carbon carries negative charge, and the double bond is present between these two carbons. And last resonating structure is when these electron transferred between these two carbons, then the double bond between this carbon and Cl, the electron transferred towards the chlorine, and there is formation of last resonating structure. The resonating structure second, third and fourth carries the excess electron at ortho, para and ortho positions. The resonance structures second, third and fourth show double bond character to CCl bond, and CCl bond in aryl halides is stronger. Therefore bond breaking in haloarenes is difficult and are less reactive towards nucleophilic substitution reaction. In these three structures, second, third and fourth, there is presence the double bond between carbon and chlorine. This double bond is not easily broken. Therefore aryl halides they do not easily undergo the nucleophilic substitution reaction. Second reason is different hybridization states of carbon atom in CX bond. In aryl halides, the carbon of CX bond is sp2 hybridized with more S character and shorter bond length of 169 picometer, which requires more energy to break CX bond. It is difficult to break shorter bond than the longer bond. Therefore aryl halides are less reactive towards nucleophilic substitution reaction. Third reason is instability of phenyl cation. In aryl halides, phenyl cation is formed due to the self ionization will not be stabilized by resonance. Thus cations are not formed, which rules out SN1 mechanism. Hence aryl halides do not undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction. Fourth reason is as halides are electron-rich molecules, due to the presence of pi bond, the backside attack of nucleophile is blocked, which rules out the SN2 mechanism. Hence, aryl halides are less reactive towards nucleophilic substitution reaction.